a singing day, and I'm glad that you are here to sing with me. You know, I brought something to show you. Do you know what I have? What does that look like to you? Look at it really closely. It's kind of shiny, and I'll tell you, it's very heavy. It's a rock. It's a rock. And we're going to build a little man from all these things in nature, and we're going to see him develop right before our eyes. And I went out and I went on a big nature hunt, and I saw so many different things in nature. I was surprised at what I found. So I'm going to sing about my little friend that lives in the woods, and his name is Woody Dee. Help sing with me, will you? Oh, there was a man lived in the woods, in the woods, in the woods. Oh, there was a man lived in the woods, and his name is Woody Dee. Well, you know what he liked to do? Hike. Well, he liked to hike every day, every day, every day. Oh, he liked to hike every day, and his name was Woody Dee. Now let's look at his body. His body is made out of a big rock. Let's sing about that. Oh, his bodies are made out of a big rock, big rock, big rock. Oh, his body was made out of a big rock, and his name is Woody Dee. Now, do you know what? I went in my big backyard, and I was thinking, I'm gonna look for something that looks just about the size of his head. And I found something, you know. Do you know what I found? I found a succulent. Let me show you my succulent. It's a big leaf. Look at that. I'm gonna put it right up here, and I am gonna stick it right there. Okay, shall we sing about his head was made out of a succulent? Let's do it. Oh, his head was made out of a succulent, succulent, succulent. Oh, his head was made out of a succulent, and his name is Woody Dee. Well, you know, he needed something to see with. You know what those are? A pair of eyes, too. So, we're going to sing about his eyes. Let me put his eyes on here. There's one. And let's do another one. His eyes are white, kind of like a little bit of white and a little bit of purple. So let's put his other eye. There's two. Let's sing about his eyes, shall we? Oh, his eyes were made out of white flowers, white flowers, white flowers. His eyes were made out of white flowers, and his name is Woody Dee. Uh-oh, he needs something to smell with. We use that all the time. How about a nose? Does he need a nose? He certainly does. Well, guess what I found? I found a tiny little twig. Look at how small that twig is. That's going to be his nose. We're going to stick it right on there so he has a nose. All right, Woody Dee. He has got a nose now. Look at that. Let's sing about his nose, shall we? Oh, his nose was made out of a tiny twig, tiny twig, tiny twig. Oh, his nose was made out of a tiny twig, and his name was Woody Dee. He can't talk yet. He doesn't have a mouth. We got to give him a mouth, don't you think? I'm thinking that's a good idea. So I went back out into my garden, and I found a little red leaf of another succulent that I thought would be a really good idea for his mouth. Would you like to see it? Check out his mouth. Do you see it? Look at that. It's nice and red, and he's smiling at us. I suggest we sing about him. What do you think? Let's sing about that mouth. Oh, his mouth was made out of a succulent, succulent, succulent. Oh, his mouth was made out of a succulent, and his name is Woody Dee. Now, you know, he's missing something on the top of his head. I'll give you a clue. We all have a little bit there. What do you think he needs? Did you say hair? He does need some hair. And I happen to find some pine needles. Yes, pine needles that come from a pine tree. Let me show you. Check out these needles. There's so many needles. I thought that might make some perfect hair for him. But you know, there's so many other things that we could use for hair too. This was just one of my ideas. So let's stick his hair right up here. What do you say? Let's see. Oh, there he is. He's coming together, isn't he? Let's sing about his hair. Oh, his hair was made out of pine needles, pine needles, pine needles. Oh, his hair was made out of pine needles, and his name was Woody Dee. Uh-oh. He needs some of these. Some long arms. You know, I have something that's kind of different that I wanted to share with you. Have you ever seen a fern fronds before? Let me show you this. Look at this. This is a fern fronds right here. And I'm going to use this for his arms. I'm going to stick it in one side right over here and hope that stays. And then I got to get another one because he's got two. So I'm going to give him one on the other side too. How's that? He's got two arms. Hey, he looks pretty good. What do you think? He's coming along, isn't he? Let's sing about the fern fronds. Let's do that. Oh, his arms were made out of fern fronds, fern fronds, fern fronds. Oh, his arms were made out of fern fronds, and his name is Woody Dee. Does he need some hands? Some little fingers on the end? I think he does. Show me your fingers. Get them out. Wiggle them around. And let's see what he's got for some fingers. Let me show you. Well, I found a red maple leaf. Look at that. Let's stick that on for his hands at the end right there. Should we do that? Let's stick them right on there. He's got 1 and 2. Look at those hands. Woohoo! Nice and red. Let's sing about his maple leaf hands. Maybe we could do maple leaf. Maybe that would be a good idea. Oh, his hands were made out of maple leaves, maple leaves, maple leaves. Oh, his hands were made out of maple leaves, and his name was Woody Dee. He needed something to walk with. He needed some very long legs. Don't you think? I do too. So, I happened to find on the ground, not on a tree, but on the ground, a tree. The bark came off of the tree. And I thought that might be some great little legs that he could have. So, I got one. There's one. And he needs two, right? And 2 legs. And that's bark from a tree. And again, I didn't peel it off the tree. It was on the ground. We don't want to peel the bark off of a tree because that's kind of like the protecting skin for a tree is their bark. So let's sing about his legs were made out of brown bark. Would that be a good idea? Let's do it. Oh, his legs were made out of brown bark, brown bark, brown bark. Oh, his legs were made out of brown bark, and his name was Woody Dee. Wait a minute. I'm thinking about he needs some feet. What do you say? Oh, I got another idea. Have you ever seen some flowers called purple statice? Let me get it out for you so you can take a look at it. Oh, look at that. Would that be great for some feet? I'm thinking about those feet. Oh, I like it. Can you see his feet? Some purple feet. What do you think? I like it. Let's sing about his flowers, shall we? Let's sing about that. Oh, his feet were made out of flowers, flowers, flowers. Oh, his feet were wasn't he a nature man? Nature man, nature man. Oh, wasn't he a nature man? And his name was Woody Dee. But that's not all. Did you know that Woody Dee had a dog? And guess what his dog's name was? You won't believe it. His dog was named Branches. Yes, his dog was named Branches. Would you like to see Branches? Would you? All right. Let's call him. Branches! Come on out, boy. Branches! Let me see if I can get him. Let me see. Look at that. That's his dog, Branches. Look at, he's also made out of a branch. That's why they call him Branches. Should we sing about his dog named Branches? Let's do it. I am excited about that. Oh, his dog was named Branches, Branches, Branches. Oh, his dog was named Branches, and he loved his Woody Dee. What did you think about all the nature that we found today? You know, it's fun to go outside, see what we can do when we explore, see what's around us. And when you put some things together, you never know what you can create. You can create your own little man or whatever you want to create with just the little pieces of things that we find from nature. So, if you want to build your own, go out there, search, collect, and start building and see what you can come up with and create something really unique and special that only you did. All right? Till next time. Have a great day. Bye.